Welcome everyone and welcome to All In, All United.
Remember the comment he made?
I got some bars to these.
Run Ryan.
Ryan.
And the other thing, you have players out there.
I think the fellas will take it more serious.
No way. What grade?
That one.
Yes, because at the end of the day, right now, Manchester United are
Yes. Good night to one and all.
Yeah, we did.
I still mute.
Right, I think it should be good there.
Perfect. All right, yeah. As I was saying, good night to one and all. All in, all united on a Saturday. And a lot has went down since our last podcast. I remember telling Reem on July the 9th. I got the receipts. I said, watch for this guy called Lenny Euro. And for the last couple of weeks, from July 9th up to we all know when the big day happened. Oh, Reem was like, oh, he's going to go to Real Madrid. The decision is up to the player. And I said, boy, have faith. And lo and behold, Lenny Euro is a Manchester United player. Signed from Lille. And even if you didn't believe it, he actually started today versus Rangers. Right? He only played one half. But hey, I'm not only going to discuss it by myself. I have JP here with me. I will have a few others joining us soon. But JP, how are you doing? How has life been for you?
Good. I think a little extended break after the Euros, so it's my first appearance since we started back the pod. And today was a really good day in terms of the match. I was pleased overall. I mean, the second half was a safe quality, but I know we'll get into that. But to me, I was still pleased with the first half, and the second half was a much better performance all around. Saw some individuals who stepping up, and I mean, Euro look as if he was with the team all the time, who calm, composed. These 18-year-olds they're coming out different now. They're coming out real different now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think in the last podcast we had discussed the Euros and commiserations to England and Spain with the better team, yada. But now that we're back talking about Manchester United stuff, before we talk about today's game, in the last podcast we got the opinions of how do you feel about bringing in Ruud van Nistelrooy and also signing Josh Zirkzee, right?
Mm-hmm.
I need you can give us your opinion on those. I guess one to be assistant manager to Ten Hag, rejected offers from Burnley, rejected a new contract, or rejected to continue at PSV. Now he's the assistant coach at Manchester United, and then Joshua Zirkzee. What are you thinking about those two so far?
Yeah, well, I a few times on the pod last season I mentioned that what Fergie used to do was change his coaching staff, and that would you would see the change in how the team played, and that would bring success when Fergie made those changes. When you saw like a Mike Phelan, Carlos Queiroz, when those fellas came in, you would see the different style of play to suit the players.
Correct.
So I was calling. I remember actually saying maybe that is something that Ten Hag needs to look at with changing his staff, the people closer to him. So I was actually very happy to see Van Nistelrooy coming. One, for the history that he has with the club. The kind of work he could do with players like Hoyland, even Rashford with Xerxes as well now coming to the club. And if, to know that he would have turned down to continue as actual manager and then turn down actual other managerial positions.
Like
To
Burnley,
come and be an assistant at Manchester United, then I think it means something for the project. It means something for what is being sold to people now at Manchester United, that somebody could turn down a job that they in charge to come and assist at Manchester United. So where Ruud is concerned, that's my thoughts. Xerxes, I'm excited by him. I'm excited by what I saw of him. And what I like with our signings is nobody hitting us the BS with is my dream to play for Manchester United. I always wanted to play because I mean these guys, they're young. So 10 years ago they would have been little boys and we wouldn't have been successful at that point in time. Because it's 10 years now that we're not successful as a club. So
well, here's the thing, JB. Lenny Yoro, it was reported that he always wanted to play for Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, yeah.
Yeah. But here's the thing now, right? I'd analyze this here. Let's analyze Ruud, Xerxes, and Yoro. And you tell me what I'm about to say and relate it to probably the new board structure. As you realize, and as I just said, Ruud did two things. He rejected other managerial posts with regards to Burnley, and I think there were other teams interested. And then he also turned down to stay at PSV. 1. 2, Xerxes was almost on his way to AC Milan.
Yeah.
Right? 3, Lenny Yoro wanted Real Madrid, and Real Madrid wanted to wait the next year.
Yeah.
So why all of a sudden what is happening at Manchester United that we all of a sudden are getting these types of players? And also, have you noticed that we're signing players before preseason kicks in fully?
Yes. Yeah, look, we actually had Lenny Yoro in the team today for preseason. Xerxes already signed, and it's just a matter of time before he comes in. And it seems like Ugarte could be another deal that would be done soon. I mean, it's just a whole different way the club is operating. And I think what we wanted all the time, we finally get a proper structure in terms of how the club being run from the top. We've been calling for that as fans for years now, even since Fergie there, we asking for that. And we finally getting the structure in place now. And I think if we still had the likes this idiot there, we would have signed Bradford for 70 million already. We'd have paid Everton the 70 million and we'd have buy one player and then struggle for the rest of the transfer market to see who we could get on loan and scrap or something like that. But now we have
JP, a lot of fans saying the club moving mad, but mad in a good way, and the club has woken up.
Yeah, it's like it's still shocking to me. Like the Euro deal, I was real skeptical. But I was like, Real wants him, he wants Real. This is another Rafael Varane. Because I remember we wanted Varane too.
Correct.
And Varane he chose Real over us. So I was thinking, yeah, this is Varane 2.2 here, but look at this. We actually get him now 18 composed, and it's like, if you're looking like this at 18, then there's only up from here. And we have a few young players on our team now that we could actually say that about. That you're seeing, like, wow, you are only 18 years old, after 18, 19 years old. Look at the quality you're producing now. So if we really could nurture this team, this crop of players, then I really could see us on that upward trajectory now. Like you're actually seeing it happening now.
Well, quite. I can bring in Reem here now, who just landed, right? How you doing, Reem? What's going on?
Yo, good night, everybody. You only hear me?
Yeah, loud
Right,
and
nice. Yeah, man.
Yeah, JP was just wondering, the conversation you and I had, July 9th, where I said, look for Lenny Yoro, and your response was, he's going to Real Madrid and what's not. So you can educate JP on that conversation.
I mean, the thing about it, once Real Madrid in the conversation, boy, you might as well just decide you're looking elsewhere. You know?
Yeah.
And the thing about it for me is I haven't seen or experienced a board operate like how Ineos's newly installed board operates. So if you had to forgive me, I feel I want to forgive me for that one, boy. You had to forgive me. You understand for relying on my most recent experiences with Murto and Arnold and what's the next one name?
Woodward, yeah.
You understand? But no, I could talk with chess. You understand? Because these fellas moving ridiculous.
Correct.
Yeah.
You understand? So I mean, seeing I wouldn't really call it a hijack because Madrid. I believe if Madrid came up with the money, he would have gone there.
Yeah.
You know, but the fact that we really show intent, we put the money where we mouth was, you know, and we went ahead and get done was commendable, you know.
Well, apparently Omar Barada was the catalyst behind seeking out the signature of Lenny Euro, from what I was reading, right? I sent this to Reem today, JP. Tell me what you think, right? Real Madrid signed an inexperienced Endrick from a Brazil team for $60 million for add-ons. Chelsea signed an inexperienced Estavio from Palermus, which could rise up to $60 million add-ons. But the media is going in on us because we signed an 18-year-old Lenny Euro from Lille for $59 million. So why JPR are the media looking down on us for this here, but they won't say anything about Chelsea or Real Madrid both signing 18-year-olds or 17-year-olds for the same price we signed for Lenny Euro?
Because we are Manchester United and we sell papers. Simple as that. Simple as that.
I feel it's a kind of fear too. That's a sleeping giant going to wake up now.
They want us to come back up. Yeah. People happy where we were, and they happy
Correct.
to see Manchester United struggling. So to see we could sign a player in the quality who everybody was talking about. You know, money have to spend. Everybody was talking about this youth man as the next big defender. And you tell me what you will do, you spend 20 million on him. That's not going to happen in this market. So I find we get him at a bargain price. When you look at 18, to think the career he could have a defender could be good up until 35, 36. So that you're talking about 18-year career. If this man, I know it's unlikely you'll stay with us for that time, but if he does decide to and you spend that kind of money, come on, and we win leagues, we could be competing for leagues, Champions League, different trophies. There's more than worth it. More than worth it and real. And look, Hendrick, for Copa, what he do?
Nothing.
One touch. One touch. It was a Uruguay game?
Yes, against Uruguay. One touch.
One touch, boy.
But and the thing about it, if let me just say, this guy, Euro, let me just say he dream is to go to Real Madrid, right?
Yeah.
Two things that happen. For Real Madrid to come back in for him after 3 years, that means he had to be performing at a top level.
Yep.
Right? And if he performing at a top level, so much so that Real Madrid coming back in for him, I could promise you, we're not going to sell him to Real Madrid for nothing less than 100 million.
Exactly. So we'll make a big profit off it.
So it's a win anyhow you take it. We winning anyhow you take it.
Exactly.
Last question before we go into the preseason game today. How confident or what is the likelihood of us signing Ugarte and possibly De Ligt within the next couple of weeks? How confident are you guys about it?
100%. 100%. And you was moving mad earlier. 100%.
That's the best answer. The man moving mad. So,
yeah, we might get Zuma on you too.
He plays left back, right? And right back, right?
Who?
Zubamendi.
Nah, that is defensive midfielder from Sociedad.
What would the guy from
Right.
Turkey?
No, well, he too, because, but I mean, I guess that might depend on, sales, because players are the boss out.
Yeah, trying to get
Okay, well
somebody
then,
out.
well, if McTominay and Casemiro go, we're replacing them with Zubamendi and Ugarte.
Yeah.
Quality upgrades.
So, yeah.
You understand? I ain't want to get over my head, but quality upgrades.
And what about Delit or Branthwaite? Is it we signing both or just one, or which one would you prefer? I would ask.
What you saying, JP?
I think in the lit. I take in the lit over Bradford because of the price and because we have Euro this time. Because I still feel I would want to see Euro start with Martinez because the lit had a bit of a dip and then he kind of injury prone as well. But I think there's a player in there and he's still young. So I feel he might be the one who more fights for his spots.
I don't think Delit no turn 24 or something like that, right?
Yeah, it's 24. He's still young. Yeah.
What about what
And
you
funny
saying,
enough,
Reed?
Tenan said that wasn't him. That the
Yeah,
idea
boy.
2 years ago. But he said for this round, it is not him.
But the thing about it, I was warming to the whole idea of the letter. I'll be honest with you.
Mhm.
But after I see how Euro play today, the letter come on warm with the bench.
Yeah, bro. We need the rotation in this.
Well, yes, I agree with that.
And
Right? We need
quality coming off the bench.
correct.
So I think it's very good to have that level of competition on the bench. So when you look at the other teams, when you look at like a City kind of players who could play in defense with City, they're spoiled for options. So yeah, so to me, it's better to have it that way. City could play Ake, they have
Akanji.
Stones, Akanji,
Diaz.
Diaz. So that's 4 top centre backs you're talking about there. So if we have 3,
Guardiola.
And Guardiola could play centre back too,
But that's his natural position for Croatia.
I find he's terrible as a left back. I don't like him as a left back. Talking about mine.
But I agree. I agree in terms of squad quality and depth. I agree. And I mean, we was talking this as well, JP. Ten Hag with that kind of quality on your bench should be more inclined to utilize your squad more.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Rather than you're beating out, 11 players and running them fellas into the ground. If you have, when you turn and you watch your bench and you realize the kind of quality you have, you can afford now to utilize your squad.
Yeah, because remember the idea Euro is 18 still, so you don't want to have to run Euro to the ground every single game.
Correct.
We see Martinez getting little injuries. So same thing. That's why Johnny Evans signed an extension. It has certain games that Johnny could play next Euro or Delete or something like that. And we don't know if we started Maguire yet, so he might still be an option if he at the club still too. So it's better to have those kind of options, and I really want to see the rotation, so we're not bleeding out players.
Correct. I agree with that. The only thing though is we got to manage the expectation, because from what I understand is Delete was coming in to be number 1, but then you kind of promise Euro that berth, but at the same time fight for the position,
Exactly.
Yeah, I totally agree. But yeah, let me know in the comments who you guys prefer, Branthwaite or Delit. Also in the comments, let me know how confident are you with regards to getting in Ugarte or one of the other 2 defenders in this call. But let's go through the comments before we touch on the preseason today. Mickey M. Rampersad, thank you for joining us tonight. I'm saying, whoa, fellas, just know we wouldn't recognize the club with all of these signings. You're not wrong. We all know that over the last probably 5 to 10 years, we always wait till like the last game of preseason or the last couple of days before the transfer window.
Yeah.
Bro, if we get all of our signings in before, let's say, middle of August, I don't care with the end of the transfer window. I don't. Right?
Yeah.
Mickey again is saying, well, for the last couple of years, the nonsense that was happening, we shocked to see progress. Boy, may it long continue. Right? Simeon on the inside, thank you for joining us tonight, buddy. I in the wilderness camping, but it looks like my club just came out of it. Boy, you're not wrong again. You are not wrong. It's all a dream. I used to read.
No, it's feeling good. It's feeling weird, and it's feeling so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that may it long continue, as I just said, right? Good night to you, Dixie Ann, as well.
Yeah, good night, Dixie Ann.
Simeon is saying, nice to see a signing look the part, even if it was just preseason 30 minutes. You just watch him play and know there's a player there. I mean, we're going to get to that soon. So we get to that soon. If not Ugarte, given the price, then someone in same position. No time to gaze. I think we mentioned Zubamendi from Sociedad. Keaton Niles on the inside. Good night, fellas.
Yeah, good night, Keaton.
Bayern wants 50+ add-ons for De Ligt. United negotiating to drop the price. Same situation with Ugarte. PSG wants more than they paid to get Ugarte last season. Interesting.
Yeah, see, we even trying to get him on a loan or kind of different option to buy. But I don't think PSG want to do that.
I see. Don't forget Amrabat is also in the situation as well, too, you know.
Yeah,
so we get these last couple of comments here. Simeon saying them wings was winging today. Sancho and Ahmed. Yeah, those two definitely shook off some rust, let's put it that way. Right? Last two comments, Christian Ram Kisoon. Good night, buddy.
Yeah, man, Christian.
Having some real good use. And Ten Hag is a man good with youth too. That second half side, the only player over 21 was Onana. I didn't watch the second half. I had other errands to run. But I guess you guys in the comments and JP and Reem, you guys can educate me.
How old Hannibal is?
Hannibal youngster too.
Okay.
Well, we have Google here. Hannibal, not the movie. Hannibal. Hannibal is 21 years old.
Okay, what?
Turned 21 in January this year.
Okay. He was decent today too. I find he was decent.
Well, you guys can elaborate on that for the second half. And then last comment get me here. You guarded by next week, Wednesday. Okay. I like this comment. PSG signing. Don't ignore this comment then. And the man signing the guy that I want. Anyway, off of the negativity, let's go on to today's highlights, where United traveled to Scotland and took on Rangers, with the result being Rangers 0, Manchester United 2. Goals from Amad Diallo and also a goal in the second half from Joe Hugo. There are at least 3 or 4 players today that let's say are knocking on the door to possibly not only get a start in the next preseason game, but hey, if they keep it up like this performance today, they could possibly be knocking on the door or giving Ten Hag a headache as to come the first game of the upcoming season, right? Today, I thought Sancho was good. Ahmad was better. I think at some points in the game, Ahmad was our only attacking threat. The guy in the middle, Collier, there's something about him. There's something about him that I want to see him. Part of me wants to see him go on loan, but part of me wants to see him stay at United. I don't know. And then we kind of got glimpses today of the reason we bought Andre Onana. Andre Onana was distributing the ball quite well today. And then last but by no means least, 18-year-old Lenny Euro. Pretty comfortable on the football. But people may say, it's only Rangers. But hey, if you had made mistakes today, the internet would have not let us live it down.
Facts.
Yeah. I'm just saying. It's almost like 2 seasons ago when United played Newcastle in the Carabao Cup final. We as fans were celebrating, but had we lost that Carabao Cup final, the Mickey Mouse Cup final, you know who would have not let us live it down? Anyway, talk to me, guys. The first half, we saw a potential. We saw regular first teamers start in the first half. What do you guys think about how the team played, how the team performed? Any standout individuals for you guys per se?
All I will say is 60 million down the drain. Lenny Euro blocks again. No, I mean, I want to take everything into proper context, right? Now, I know it's one game, 45 minutes, but while looking at is the level of maturity and composure from this fella. And he was playing with Lille before, right? The magnitude of a club of our size versus Lille, it is a big jump, right? It's a quantum leap, right? Expectations, everything, right? And how I saw, Euro perform today, I don't know. I just feel a sense of comfort and calm now, boy. You understand? He passing the ball forward. I ain't seeing sideways passes like with Maguire and them fellas on them. He was always looking forward to make passes, and I don't know if it's something that he might have to force Bissaka and them to adjust because they so accustomed with the sideways passes that they were not really expecting forward passes from the man. But the man passing firm, he controlled, he calmness on the ball. I can't keep talking about the calmness. He recovery pace, very, very impressive. You understand what I'm saying? And he timing and tackles, everything. I want to see more what Euro had to offer. I don't know. I just got confidence that we can be conceding much goals. But I know the Premier League is a monster. I know the Premier League brutal. But I just going in with some confidence, knowing that we have a ball playing centre back. You understand? And he do have an injury record. So it's not like a fearful that, he got tweak a hamstring, or he got pull a muscle and he out for 6 months, that kind of thing now. And I go stop on Euro for now. I don't know what JP had to jump in and say.
Well, just one more thing to add to Euro was his communication. Like, for somebody who did a few days first game playing with his fellas, he was not afraid to talk. And at 18 years old too, he was communicating, telling men what run to make. When somebody ain't read the play, he let them know. Like, I like that about him too. Other than that, in terms of standouts to me, definitely Coliana in that midfield. Fine. To me, he made Casemiro better today because he was doing a lot of the tracking back and the putting in spaces. He going in hard at tackles. He and also showing a composure on the ball too as well. That is really a toss up as to what to do with him if he continue performing like this in preseason. I think he will have to be a part of the conversation in terms of if we sign him on loan to get better experience or if we really going to integrate him into the first. So I think he is one definitely right. If he continue like this in preseason, he's ready to continue on that path.
But JP, you say something that had me thinking. I think it's worth a thought. The fact that you say Collier, his qualities make Casemiro look good.
Yeah.
You understand? So maybe because he was doing more the grafting work, that the pairing of Menu and Casemiro probably would not work because Casemiro needed that kind of player
Somebody
next
like
to him.
that. I'm
But
more
then
kind of
let me ask you guys both this question then. Let's say we don't sell Casemiro. Do we play Casemiro based on your logic, JP? You can correct me if I'm wrong. Based on your logic, I will only play Casemiro as a holding midfielder, not as a defensive midfielder.
Yeah.
I would play. Let's say we do something Ugarte. I would play Ugarte behind Casemiro or this guy Collier, right? Because Casemiro legs are gone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if there are any other players you guys thought that stood out today.
Wheatley wasn't. I mean, Ahmad definitely was the standout of the first half, I would say. And I think if Anthony starts over Ahmad, then I would instantly fire Ten Hag because Ahmad using both feet. Ahmad going past players, he making the right passes in the box, and then he finish. Just top it off. I think he was the most direct player. The link up was good. He was tracking back. To me, he was the standout player in the first half. And I will give a shout out to Weekly as well because I think he as well is for his age. He have a lot more strength he could build, but he already strong for a young player. The flick on he had in the first half and could have scored. That was a great flick on because it was a controlled flick on as well. It wasn't just he threw his head at it, he knew what he was doing. He have good hold up, he have good energy. So I think it's a good option to have as well. And again, because I want to see rotation. Give him a few minutes in certain games, in certain cup games, he could either come on second half or start some games. Things like that. We are the integrate players, but we see it that they're ready for that step. So for him, as well, I think we should make that decision because he already got the taste of his team.
Yeah.
What we doing with him? What we doing with him? Yeah.
Today in the first half, I sensed there was a confidence in Ahmad today. He took his goal well, right?
Yeah.
I must shout out, Lenny Euro with his passing ability, right? There were some balls over the top. And I'm not a big fan of direct football unless it's needed, right? But the balls over the top that Lenny sent today, they were spot on, right? Now, in the warm-up, other than the commentators, whether it was Sky Sports or MUTV, they were focusing, yes, on Lenny Euro, but they were also focusing on another individual who had some bad blood with Ten Hag last season. And he played in the Champions League final with Dortmund, and he goes by the name of Jadon Sancho. To me, Jadon Sancho played decent today, right?
Yeah.
But I know there's more to come from Jadon Sancho should he just hit the ground running and just play his football. Whatever bad blood there was, that's in the past, right? Get along with the football and just help Manchester United win some trophies this season. So he looked pretty decent today, right?
He did, yeah.
Yeah, in terms of ball retention, Sancho was good. He barely lose the ball at all, and he always kept it ticking. But the thing with Jadon is I still find he's too timid, boy. He just moves I just get the feeling as though he just play with himself, right? He could have been a little more direct. You understand? He could have been a little more direct, I find. But I like the link up play with him. You had Mount coming, even though anyway, it's that players are wrong where he was getting some nice movements and passes but I find to be a little more direct and penetrative. I wasn't getting that on the left hand side. And I would have liked to get a little more from Sancho in that regard. In terms of ball retention, ball security, you know that's second nature to Jaden. You know? So for we to keep the ball, bam. But when you look at what Ahmad was doing on the next side, it would have been nice if we had an intelligent player who was a little more direct on the left. Because I mean, when you're talking about directness, you will normally think about Garnacho or Rashford, but those fellas you don't always get the IQ with the directness
Right.
now.
Right.
But Ahmad getting that. And I was
Correct.
hoping and I get a little more directness from Sancho as he already had the IQ now. So that's the only thing with Sancho that I wasn't as comfortable with, but I'm willing to see what's going on because
Yeah.
Ahmad in the lead.
Yeah, for sure. But I think Sancho would look better with more direct left back.
Right,
So maybe if he play like with like how Amas was playing in the second
right,
half, how he was making those overlapping runs all the time, and he not afraid to kind of run at players. I think that's where Sancho could kind of fill in some space in his center and allow Amas to take the line instead. And I think that's what we could get out of Sancho. Because I always find he better going inside.
right.
Yeah.
Whereas like with a Rashford, he could move on the outside of the player and then come in. But Sancho, like he is better going inside earlier, I find, and opening up the space for that left back to go down the line and then get it to him if that is the case, or there's pull players with it.
Agreed. Reem mentioned something about IQ and Ahmad Diallo. Before we continue on Ahmad Diallo, right? Let's just get through some of these comments here, right? Um, Christian is saying, Oyedele looks really good. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was the guy who
Yeah,
assisted Joel today, and
yeah,
I saw a few clips, like mini clips of what he did today, and I'm sure those clips don't justify what he actually did, but you know, he looks promising as well too, right?
yeah.
Kristen is saying, I might get hate for this comment, but if we sell McTominay and keep Ericsson and Casemiro, I would be mad. I know real men on the pod hate McTominay, but he real important for us last season. He scored some important goals in the League Cup and FA Cup.
We don't need them. It's okay. Thank you. Bye. Next.
Yeah. JP isn't wrong, but here's the thing, right? I don't see anybody coming in for Christian Eriksen, right? We still got
No.
there's still some cold interest for Casemiro from some Saudi clubs, and West Ham and Fulham are looking at Scott, but it's all about who is interested, right?
Exactly. And if we get the right price for Scott and nobody coming with the right price for Cassie and Ericsson, then we shouldn't sell Scott. I don't think that's how it should be. If we get the right price, yeah, they'll go.
Yeah, and my thing too, right, is you see, you have to know where you want to go and where you have what we have so far in McTominay and them could only take us to a certain point. These
Yeah.
guys, this function in a certain level of chaos, and we're trying to move away from chaos. We're trying to get structure in we club.
Yeah.
And if we organize our team to play a particular way and we get the proper players inside, then you see them moments McTominay just give we would not have need for those kind of moments. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yes, McTominay come big for we last season, but you see what was going on, Christian? You see what was going on?
Yeah.
I can't look back at that season and praise nobody because the season was so poor.
Yeah.
So we moving forward now, trying to put things in place, and you talking about keeping McTominay. Nah. I know McTominay give, and I just know I know willing to accept that going forward. That's just my
It's time to
opinion.
move on because let's look at the team now starting the first half today and the way Collier play. That's what you want from a player in the midfield next to Casemiro. But imagine if that was McTominay next to Casemiro today.
Back
What would have
pass.
been the difference in that midfield? And that is why it's not about hating McTominay, you know, it's about what you want for your club. McTominay is our West Ham. He's our West Ham player. That is where he should play. there's no hate on him, and he could do well in a team like that. And we have had players like that in the past where you see, okay, they do a little thing for the club, but it's time for them to move on. So I think it reached a point, and remember, McTominay is our academy player, so whatever we get for him
Profit.
is profit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how we had to start to think as a club. We can't have to hold on to this man because we still have Casemiro and Eriksen, and you are vexed for that. We'll make a profit on McTominay and be able to bring in other players who have better quality to propel the football forward. I can't vex for that.
Yeah.
If somebody come for Rashford now with 80 million, and I like Rashford, I can't vex if we say we sell Rashford.
Correct.
Because there is profit again, like 80 million profits.
Yeah. That making the books look so good, we could go and actually spend some money in the market.
Exactly.
You understand? And the thing about it, yeah, and to add to what you saying there, JP, right? You look at Scott contract expiring next season.
Yeah.
For he to stay, we had to renew his contract, and we had to give him a contract that he looking for as his last contract, or his second to last contract at a big club. So you're talking about signing on Scott for next 3 years, 3 to 4 years, That's where we want to go, Christian. That's where we want to go.
I get what Christian may want to say in terms of, okay, if we sell Scott, but Casemiro and Eriksen are still on our books, then he will be upset. I mean, okay, cool. But here's the thing. It's not our fault that nobody wants Casemiro and Eriksen. It's not our fault. If you got if you got 3 sets of alcohol, one imported and one that you make, or 2 sets of alcohol, 2 that imported and 1 that you make, everybody going for the imported alcohol, and nobody going for the one that you make, can't be vexed. You can be.
And on top of that too, PSR, profit and sustainability, it's helping the club.
Yeah.
So if Scott leave, it's helping the club more. You know what I'm saying?
We making a profit off of Scott, and we also wages as well too. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Lucky saying welcome, buddy. He's saying McTominay come table around 25 mil West Ham. Right?
Yeah, I think
Christian is saying, I don't think McTominay should be a starter, but United.
Not even.
But an important squad player.
Not even.
You're pushing, boy. Christian boy.
I prefer Seaman like Collier come off the bench than McTominay.
Exactly. Right. There's a better direction. You want better quality. You're not just looking for somebody who will show up in the box and score. You want somebody who can help break up play, build play, and then show up, not just show up. It's can't be one thing alone.
100%.
But Christian, I will tell you this here. Scott goes hiding from the football a lot. He does.
Yeah.
Scott isn't the type of guy that tracks back, and his position in the box is great, but in terms of tracking back and helping out with the defense, I have no idea if Scott can be that player. And the way how football has evolved, you as a midfielder has to be almost like a box-to-box person, right?
Yeah.
Like he says he wants Manuel Ugarte. So for an Amrabat in defense to cover tackles. Simeon is saying that JP is right. The men camouflaged Casemiro. Collier was doing the dirty work, and forward players were careful with possession.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Collier, I think if I could just jump in here, Phil, when you compare the first game to this game, I think we was a lot more intentional with the ball, not to force it, to keep it, right, and try to dictate the pace and the tempo of the game, right, and so this is why I was pleased with the way we went about the game today, right, in terms of quality. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Rangers better than Rosenborg. The only difference between the two games is that Rangers closer to our level in terms of sharpness and readiness for the high level competitive football, right. Whereas Rosenborg, more advanced in their because I think their league done on the go already, so So I thought how we played today was much better in terms of the intent in possession.
Correct. Andy D, welcome tonight. He is saying, am I coming for Anthony spot?
Yeah, I am.
And, oh yeah. And then he's saying Amas is another player to look out for. He's the left back, right? Before we touch on the second half, right? Let me bring up a comment with regards to what Ten Hag said today about Amad Diallo. He said, Ten Hag, this has to be Amad Diallo's year. We have to see Amad in a different way. He is not, I think that should be inexperienced. He is not inexperienced anymore. I trust him. Right? Is Ahmed still inexperienced? I mean, he's played for Rangers, he's played for Sunderland. I would say that Ahmad is still inexperienced in the Premier League. But that's it. I don't know what you guys think about that comment there.
I think yes, I agree to an extent he's still inexperienced in the Prem, but I think the run that he got coming down to the end of last season showed that he ready. And I think today, the way he came out, you could see Ten Hag giving him that confidence. I think they definitely have a feeling in the camp that this is Ahmad, is your time now. You get any chance, let me see what you're going out there and do. And he take it. I think he will take it because you're seeing, you know when you see that confidence switch on in our football, you're seeing it in how Ahmad playing, right? And I really hope it's something that will continue when the season actually starts and he could really pick up like this.
I remember, I don't know who I heard from, or is it that I read it on X? But the comment was, Olise is an Ahmad who was given the trust of the manager.
Right.
You understand?
I saw that somewhere today.
Yeah. And this is and so this is why this comment here kind of means something now. It should mean something because coming so we see now where a player who has been deserving of the opportunity and the trust of the manager being given the opportunity. You understand? Because one thing that really annoyed me last season was after Ahmad's performance against Liverpool in the Carabao, is the FA Cup, right? When he scored the winner. Right. And all I know is that I'm not for stats alone. Right? So whether Ahmad did score the goal or not, Ahmad had a good game when he came on. Right? He got a red card, so he missed the other game. And Ahmad didn't see a minute for about a good 3 or 4 games after that. And this was my issue. You understand? Because I don't know where you want again from the player, right? But if he say now he is not inexperienced anymore, then I know is of the opinion that the manager is treating with the player as a proper senior player.
Yeah.
Right? So this is why now the trust that Amad Diallo will get from Ten Hag could propel him to Olise levels, if it's a fair comparison.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask the question with regards to the comparison of Olise and Ahmad, right? But I guess you hit the nail on the head with regards to the statement. Olise is an Ahmad that was just given a chance by the manager, which isn't wrong, definitely. I think there was some sort of like hunger today about Ahmad, right? And if you can keep that hunger up for the next 30, 40 games, we'll see a player finally come out of Amad Diallo, right? We might have to send Anthony on loan. Who knows? Might have to.
Like sell that now, boy. Loan. No, earlier, next thing you hear, Anthony come in he game and rail ball out. Hey,
Anthony, question. if Anthony, you see the pass that Ahmad made to Weekly,
Yes.
where he almost caught, Anthony would have cut back on his left foot.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
that is why I am not worried about Anthony coming and do anything because Anthony is too left-footed. He's not using the right foot for nothing.
He might have tried with his left foot to flick it and might have been
Some
short
kind of
or something. Yeah, no, it's true, it's
and
true.
then puppy hand. And then puppy hand.
But I that had me so annoyed last season, boy, JP. I'm Anthony will play the role of shit, boy, and then but he had like to blame somebody else.
Yeah.
Well, the word accountability is not his vocabulary. That has so many times last season. This guy will spray the ball wide, and then look at Bruno and Casemiro.
Boy,
Like,
if I can have help big story through the screen, boy, Anthony that get busted how much time?
I ain't gonna lie though. If we get by the Anthony from Ajax, I'm already seeing a star. That's just me. But anyway,
But again, healthy competition.
Correct.
That's what we're looking for.
Correct. I agree with that.
all right. I think we touched enough on Ahmad. Let me get through some of these comments, and then we can go to the second half, which I didn't watch. So you guys will have to educate me on that, and also the comments as well too. Andy D is saying, if Fulham think McTominay will replace Paulinho,
Yeah, nah. Andy, shh, we don't care, right? Let them think those things.
You'll let Fulham read this.
Yeah. If you take Scott McTominay and do the same work as Paulinho, boy, you are gonna want your money back. That's all I'm gonna say, right? Hopefully Fulham ain't watching this podcast. So Scott Simeon is saying the issue is why keep him McTominay and maybe a young player who could be better never gets that opportunity.
Yeah.
True that. True that. Right? Like you're saying, I need ball players in the team. You're not wrong, definitely. Keaton Ellis is saying, beside goals, Scott offers nothing.
Thank you.
Midfield. Right? So yeah, the first half ended 1-1, and we moved on to the second half. I tried my best to watch the second half on my phone, but so much ads popped up and signaling the train and what's not. Anyway,
Phil, excuse. I'm just kind of curious to hear with you and JP thoughts about Mason Mount first half as well.
He ain't no Bruno replacement, boy. Let me get Xavi Simmons in quickly. And
I still don't know where we could play Mount, and that's the problem with Mount. Like I'm not seeing where he fitted in this team because he trying, like you're seeing like he trying, but I don't know. Like this man was looking Lampard levels
at Chelsea, boy.
Yeah, he just totally lose it. But we signed
I'm not gonna lie. Who?
We signed the player that was on the decline. We did not sign the Lampard level amounts. And that's the problem.
I'm not gonna lie, right? I was watching a couple of videos with regards to behind the scenes of my United training, and then also the lead up to the Rangers game today. And one thing that irked me, that shouldn't be irking me, was Mason Mount smiling. Every time the ball go on to Mason Mount, like, bro, really. Every time in behind the scenes, you can go see the videos behind the scenes with Manchester United training. Mason Mount, like every time the camera on him, like, bro, really? Don't be that cringe. Come on. It was so irking me. I'm like, bro, just go and talk to somebody, talk to another United player, and pretend the camera's not there. Right? Oh my God.
I just find,
yeah.
I find, I mean, it is true that a price tag could really influence and impact the perception. You know, and the same goes for Anthony. If we did pay around 35-40 for Anthony, you know, all right, we didn't spend much money for him, you know, so whatever, right? He had 1 foot. Similarly with Mount. The kind of impact I expect Mount to have in this team, you can't just be going about games invisible now, boy. you know.
Yeah.
And I
Or just
seeing
be
Mount.
okay.
Yeah, you can't just be okay, right? I mean, I don't think Mount lost possession, so the stats might all are good for him, right?
Yeah.
But when I look at the game, the eye test, you were doing nothing. A $60 million player,
Yes, splitting the
Yeah.
defenses, you know, the cross
nothing,
field passes.
nothing. And then on top of that, now you have the number 7 on your back, boy. Give up that jersey now, dog. Take back 19 or something now, boy.
Yeah, that heaviness, I feel you need to switch on number, right? That number
Yeah. So it's all them thing kind of, and I'm seeing where your impact is in a game. You will just pop up, make a pass back, then I know you're there. That kind of way now,
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
I literally did not notice in the first half if the ball went to Mason Mount. I literally didn't.
It's true. I actually forgot him for a while, and then when he popped up with like he run down somebody, I was like, hey, Mount, yes.
Anytime the camera go on that guy and that guy smile, I want to turn off my TV, boy. Anyway, second half, I think the only change that wasn't made was Onana.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
well, floor is your guy. I literally do not know what happened in the second half, so floor is yours.
Everybody I talk to, well, not everybody, but most of the people I talk to for that second half, nobody was like the second half, But for me, I like to see the youth players, and a big up to Kurt. Kurt is an advocate for the younger players, and I think this season, well, this preseason, they're really showing themselves. I don't know how much of them go really get opportunity to go with the first team on tour in the States, but I don't know. I've seen something different with the young players, contrary to last season. A lot of likable players. And I'm wondering really whether keeping the ones that you don't want to bring into the first team to train with the first team, whether it makes sense keeping them in the reserve league now, because that level just it's not helping.
Yeah.
Right, in terms of the development and that kind of exposure them fellas well, right? And I kind of wondering if they should just send a whole barrage of them fellas out on loan, get right loans for them and send them out, because I seeing some qualities in players. Harry Amas, right? I think he looking real good, right? This fella the same Odilele Wehiu, what's his name?
You want butcher the poor man name, boy.
No, I find he look good. Good.
Maxi Oyedele.
Okay, Oyedele, right? Yeah, whatever, right? I find he look good.
You know who he plays for at youth level? Guess.
Country, you mean?
Country, yeah. I give 3 guesses. You will never guess them.
Serious?
France.
Nope.
Germany.
Nope.
Holland.
Nope.
Okay.
The guy plays for Poland.
Poland?
The guy plays for Poland.
You know who no, he just play for Denmark. Is Denmark he playing for? That's the guy from Arsenal who we after. The youth man.
Chibo.
Yeah, he's a Dane. I didn't even know that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's
Poland.
funny.
Wow.
It's funny, right? Because I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised because that's totally not football related. But I saw a video circulating a couple months ago with a bunch of like black guys dance with some Polish girls in Poland, and the caption was, "Boy, wait till the bomb squad Poland has in the 2046 World Cup."
What is called the England team? Oh God, was it term we just use? With the Belgian team and now the England team.
The generation.
The golden generation Poland coming just now, boy.
Oh my God. But yeah, this guy Maxi Oyedele, he provided the assist to Joe Hugo. What a goal, though! Oh my God, what a goal!
No, but what I like to Phil is everybody, treating with the ball kindly now. Nobody trying to force it. Patient. Sorry, go ahead.
One thing I saw at the end of the game was Joel was having a talk with Rude.
Yeah.
He was having a talk with Rude Van Nistelrooy. I don't know what they said, but something was said that had me feel a bit more confident about this guy Joe Hugo going forward, right? So I mean, final score was Rangers 0, United 2, and we are off to America. I can't remember the exact dates, but I think we play Arsenal next, or somebody before Arsenal.
I think it's Arsenal Saturday, then somebody Wednesday, and then the last Saturday is Real Betis. Who else?
Do we play Liverpool as well?
So it's Arsenal Saturday, then Liverpool Wednesday, and then Real Betis is following Saturday.
Interesting. For the Arsenal game going to the States, is there anybody you would change from the starting lineup today, or what players do you expect to be back? Maybe Bruno from Euros or Kobe Manu. Well, actually, no, Kobe Manu may stay a little longer because he got to the final, right? So, Rasmus Højlund, yes. Reem sent me a video of Rasmus Højlund training today. What is that? You guys say EPL? You guys said EPL or WWE? I
was watching a video on ESPN, and even they were talking about it. It's Nedum Onuoha, right? Yeah. He was talking about, he just focused too much on duels, right? And then when I see he bouncing on a ball, one by.
Yeah. Football's played here. Football's played here first, boy.
Van der Sar will work on it.
Yeah, I think he'll do better this season. But for me, the technical flow had a raise now,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Will we get a chance to see?
Who from what? Who, Erasmus?
I was asking who from the second half we taken to the States, because most of them wouldn't travel.
I would take Amas.
I think Amas, I agree. Them two defenders by Bennett and Fish was excellent. More Fish than Bennett, though.
But those guys played well in the preseason game last year as well, too.
Yeah. Both of them went on loan.
Fish was actually on loan to Hibbling, I think.
Yeah.
So he played most of the games for them as well. So I think he's a player we might have looked to cash in on too. I don't think it makes sense to just keeping these players. Fish.
Oh, okay.
We gotta look at business that way, I mean, he play a full season, senior football is about time. Either he make this step up or we make money.
Correct. Good point. I agree with that. But I find Fish look good today.
Yeah.
He looked really good. Yeah.
Okay. So I guess the likes of Rasmus will be back. Hopefully Xerxes will also be touring the States.
I don't think Xerxes will be on the tour.
You don't think so?
They went kind of fine. So
yeah.
Why, he's not fit, or?
No, it's just holidays now.
Yeah, so it is. Went kind of deep in the competition. Semis.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, the likes of Bruno and Dalot and should be back then.
Yeah, well, Bruno, Dalot, Eriksson, Højlund should be back for the tour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, but Manu, Shaw.
I find Shaw shouldn't come. Shaw ain't no holiday. Shaw was on holiday for last season. we only there for.
Take it back fat. Oh
boy, Shaw boy, he is.
And if if we get Ugarte, he won't go because he went. No, but Ugarte should come back for tour.
No, because you got to play the third place match
Third
against
place.
Capital.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
So then
just
Ugarte. Yeah. So then Ugarte ain't gonna be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zuberman. Who's Zuberman plays for Italy?
Spain. He was in the
Spain.
final. He played in the final when Roger came off. Zuberman came on.
Oh yeah. True. So I mean, good lord, anybody that we link with can't come on tour.
No.
Lord, boy, we might have to rethink this here, boy.
But the let's we could he might go again. He went late with Holland too.
Yeah, most of the new signings, based on the ones who we targeting, them fellas and them. I mean, unless they decide to cut the vacation short, they won't be on tour.
Okay. Yeah, we have spent an hour and 6 minutes talking about transfers and today's match versus Rangers. Let me get some final thoughts. It could be about anything with regards to transfers or what you saw in the fixture today or anything with regards to Liverpool and Arsenal or Real Betis. Could be about anything.
I just want to continue to see improvement in the football, right? And I mean, me and GP does always be banging on about. We know you're supposed to play best football when all your players are available. But it shouldn't be an excuse to not play any kind of good football if they're not there. Right? I want to see a system implemented within our football where whether X player available or Y player available, we see in something identifiable in we style of play. The football entertaining, progressive, and players improving. That is my main thing. And I, being honest with you, I would take, top 4, probably one domestic trophy with good football. Good football. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go through this season playing like England and getting wins.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why what Ten had to work on with the coach, the new coaches and with whoever, above him and thing, improve with football. Entertain your fans.
What about you, JB?
I just want to give a shout out to Mason Greenwood. Going to Marseille to play under Roberto De Zerbi. So it was good business to get him sold and the conditions that he sold under as well, where I think it's 50% is the salon we have for him. And we know De Zerbi and what De Zerbi does to wingers. So the fact that he played under him, Mason's stock could rise immensely. And I guess we could profit off it off on the next sale for Mason Greenwood if he really take to that De Zerbi system and go forward.
Flourish.
As we know Mason should. Too bad it couldn't be at Manchester United or whatever circumstances, but all the best to him because people deserve a second chance again. Other than that, United wise, as Reem say, I just want to see the football improve. I think today, even in the second half, as much as the quality dropped, you saw a system. I think it was a lot to do with the familiarity coming through the youth system, how the players play together as well. One or two players looking like they're ready. What I had to make mention of too, Jack Fletcher, for the position, the way he passing the ball is exactly like his father. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah.
It's been like if you're watching Darren Fletcher.
Yeah.
His body position, everything was like his father. I don't think he's ready for the step yet, but he will get there eventually, I think. He's one of them who I was kind of looking out for today. But however you say his name, he can more take the spotlight away from Fletcher. Right? In terms of the midfield, I thought Fletcher might have the one, but he already take it from Fletcher today. And Hannibal, I think it's time we look to cash in on Hannibal as well. I think
Yeah,
is
boy.
about that because I was expecting.
He might follow that Andres Pereira.
Say again?
He might follow that Andres Pereira route in terms of
Yeah,
there was so much hype around this one player and he never worked out. So
yeah. And I was expecting him to shine more in the group of players that he would have been with in the second half, and I think players outshone him
yes,
in that group, and that was disappointing. So I think he's one of those players that we might have to look and say, all right, we give it a try, let me cash in on him because again, he's another one. His profit you will get for fun.
Correct. Yeah.
I can keep my closing comment short. Not United related, but back to Mason Greenwood. Well, not really Mason Greenwood related, but I see Arsenal valuing Eddie Nketiah at 40 million, and Marseille want to pay that. That's so much disrespect, boy. You pay us 30 million for Mason Greenwood, and you want to pay 40 million for Eddie Nketiah? Boy, try and lower that price, boy.
Is that criminal clause? Is the criminal clause, but the criminal clause?
Yeah, boy. And then back to United related, I am excited to see what Ruud Van Nistelrooy will be doing with these players.
Yeah.
I'm quite excited to see how Ruud will transfer his knowledge and tell players how to run onto a football and any striking ability we saw him had at United. I want to see him pass on to the likes of Højlund, Xerxes, Ahmed, Anthony, Sancho, Rashford, whoever, right? So I'm excited about that, right?
And this as a whole, remember he was a manager too, so it's not just like these strikers he got improved. He had PSV playing good football as well.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, he did win the Eredivisie with them last season. So, or was it Arne Slot that won the Eredivisie?
It's not.
With Feyenoord, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he won something with PSV last season. Can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the end of the podcast. Reem and JP, thanks for joining us. In the comments, don't forget to share the podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll be back here, I guess, next week Saturday, Reem.
Yeah.
We'll be back here next week Saturday to review the Arsenal game and maybe any potential signings that may be coming in. So
we got to happen Wednesday, man.
All right. Similar to how I tell you to have faith in Lenny, I gotta have faith in Ugarte signing Wednesday. I give or take a day, right? So anyway, Reem, JP, thanks for joining. Comment section as always, appreciate it, and we'll see you guys next week Saturday.
Yeah, man, blessings.